Welcome back to Sports 7GH for yet another fantastic update. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. I'm sure that when you saw that I'm saying that there is a strong starting 11 of the Black Stars of Ghana that will help us to win, or that can possibly help us to win the 2023 African Cup of Nations. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, hey, that Ghana Black Stars, can you win the African Cup of Nations? Yes, I agree with your concerns. I agree that if you are mentioning top 3 or even 5 teams to win the next African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, there is no way you are going to mention Ghana Black Stars. Of course, you are going to mention teams like, of course, the first team is maybe Senegal, the defending champion, Morocco, latest country, African country to go to the semi-finals of the World Cup. You mention Egypt, the most won, the nation with the most African Cup of Nations titles. You're going to mention even the likes of Algeria, Tunisia, and even the likes ahead of Ghana Black Stars. I understand that, but also there is another aspect in terms of when you want to win the African Cup of Nations. There is also another aspect that people haven't seen a lot of time. Now, in recent times, okay, from the 2010s coming, you will see that most of the teams that win the African Cup of Nations are not teams who were tipped to win the tournament in the first place coming into the tournament. Look, let's start from 2012. There was no way anybody would have tipped, even in the final, that anybody would have tipped Zambia to win it over Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire in 2012. There's no way nobody would have done that. So Zambia won the cup, okay, against all us. You come to 2019, even Algeria, they were not favorites coming into the tournament in 2019. You go to even 2015, Ivory Coast won the tournament, but then that time was the time even the people of Ivory Coast, they were disappointed in their team because a lot of their the golden generation, they had left. The likes of Dede Ayew and then the likes, they had all left. 2015, the era was coming to an end, or it was even has even ended. They were trying to build a new era and all of that, but then Ivory Coast won in 2015. Okay, even the last the last one there, Senegal, everybody thought that Senegal, it was about time that they win the African Cup of Nations. But in 2017, Cameroon won the African Cup of Nations over Egypt. And that tournament also, nobody gave Cameroon the dog chance coming into the tournament. So I'm trying to say that the African Cup of Nations is a tournament that actually rewards underdogs. If you are an underdog and you come into the tournament and you perform very well, you are going to reach the height you really want to reach. So it is possible that the Black Stars can win the African Cup of Nations. It is possible if we are to do our things well. If you look at the coaching staff, if you look at our coach, our head coach, Chris Hughton, look at the other coaches who have won the African Cup of Nations in recent time. You will not say that Coach Chris Hughton is far off. No, he's there with them because in terms of experience, in terms of everything, he is supposed to have it compared to those managers who have won the African Cup of Nations in recent time. So Ghana Black Stars, I'm trying to convince you before I even give you the strong starting lineup to win the African Cup of Nations that it is possible that we can win the African Cup of Nations. It is very possible. Okay, and look, if any team was coming to this tournament and was having Mohammed Kudus, look at what he's doing in the English Premier League. Was having Inaki Williams, long time fantastic striker for Athletic Bilbao in the Spanish La Liga. Was having Dede Ayew, very experienced player. Currently, as I speak to you, he's having the most completed dribbles in the English Premier League as I speak to you today, 1st January 2024. Dede Ayew is having the most completed dribbles in the English Premier League, doing exceptionally well, has been very, very consistent for Crystal Palace in the English Premier League, and also is having the likes of Saleh Samed Abdo of RC Lens, Daniel Amate, Mohammed Salisu of AS Monaco. If any team was having all these quality, strong names I've mentioned, they were going to say that they are going to win what? The African Cup of Nations. So why is it that Ghana, we are having all these names and a good coach and we will will not say, or we are going to say we can't win. Obviously, we should have that vision that it is possible that we can win. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much. Let me know your thoughts, comment, views, opinions about a strong starting 11 I'm going to show you. What do you think about the starting 11? Which changes should be made? Which changes shouldn't be made? Which one do you agree with me? All of that, let me know your thoughts, comment, views in the comment section of this particular video. Now, the defensive shape, this is how the defensive shape I am expecting our strong starting 11. The defensive shape should look like. Now, the Lawrence Atizigi here, he should be the number 1 goalkeeper, because if you have a goalkeeper who kept for you in the recent World Cup, 2022 FIFA World Cup, he's still part of your setup. Obviously, he should be your number 1 goalkeeper. And the other goalkeepers having to be consistent for their club sides or the national team. So why would you want them to be the number 1 goalkeeper in terms of the main tournament like the African Cup of Nations? Obviously not. It should go to Lawrence Atizigi. The right back should go to Odoi. Definitely, because he progresses the ball very well in terms of attacking. When he's attacking as a right back, he offers more than Ali Duseidu, and there is nothing I would have to say about that. Odoi should be the preferred right back in the absence of Tariq Lamptey. And now, this particular starting 11 I'm giving you is from the final 27-man squad Coach Chris Hughton has brought. Now, you will know that today Coach Chris Hughton released this final 27 players. So those players who are not part of the final 27-man squad, you're obviously not going to see them in this particular lineup. So the likes of Thomas Partey, Fatawi, Shahaku, the likes of Tariq Lamptey and the rest, you not see them. So that's why I'm not seeing Tariq Lamptey as a right back. So Odoi as the right back. Of course, there is no Baba Rahman also, so you not see him as the left back. And there Gideon Mensah he's our best left back. When you take the squad that Coach Chris Hughton brought, he's obviously our best left back, and Gideon Mensah will be the left back. Now, the central defense is where I am very particular about, because I made a bold decision or a bold change in that particular central defense, and there I'm having Mohammed Salisu as an undisputed starter. Look, Mohammed Salisu, when it comes to quality as a defensive as a defender, none of our Black Stars defenders are having it, or is having it more than them. None of them. If you look at our center backs, okay, Mohammed Salisu is our best center back, whether we like it or not. He is our best center back, so he should be our undisputed starter. Now, somebody to partner Mohammed Salisu, I'm sure a lot of people would have gone for Daniel Amate, but I am going for Alexander Djiku. Yes, Alexander Djiku of Fenerbahce, because he's been very consistent for Fenerbahce, playing the Europa League, in the league for Fenerbahce. He's doing very, very well consistently. His ratings is above 7.5, 7.3, and even sometimes he gets 8.0 for Fenerbahce. He's been doing very well. And he's very younger than Daniel Amate. He will have the speed, he will have the pace and everything, and he's a youthful exuberance. Okay, he has that than Daniel Amate. Daniel Amate is over 30 years. Injuries are disturbing him. We need a consistent side if you want to win the African Cup of Nations, and a very solid back line. It's very important. The defense will win us the tournaments, but the strikers will win us what? Games. So this should be our back line, or the defenders, when we are talking about winning the African Cup of Nations, or the strong starting 11 for the African Cup of Nations. What are your thoughts, comments, views, opinions in the comment? Leave all of that in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that. Now, if you go to the midfield, we know that the Black Stars will play a 4-2-3-1. A 4-2-3-1 formation. So we are going to have 2 base midfielders, and that is what Coach Chris Hughton obviously is going to use. 2 base midfielders. So we will have Saleh Samed Abdo as the main defensive midfielder, or the number 6 of the team, the main defensive midfielder. This is the strong starting 11, whether you like it or not. It's the strong starting 11. So you have Saleh Samed Abdo as a main defensive midfielder, and you have Majid Ashimeru as a progressor. So if you don't have Thomas Partey to partner Saleh Samed Abdo, and you have Majid Ashimeru, I'm telling you, Black Stars are not losing anything. We've not lost anything because the qualities of Thomas Partey, Majid Ashimeru can just give the same thing or even better in terms of youthful exuberance also, because he's also younger than Thomas Partey to this particular team. So Majid Ashimeru will be the box-to-box midfielder of the team, will progress the ball to the attackers also, and then help to create chances together with the number 10 of the team. Now, when you come to the number 10 of the team, that is also where I want to make a very huge change. And if the coaches are watching, they can consider it. Because look, Mohammed Kudus is not playing, is playing well at West Ham United because he's playing as a right winger. It is not because he's a number 10 there. No. At West Ham United, Lucas Paqueta is their number 10. The right winger of the team is Mohammed Kudus. So I'm saying that why don't we try Mohammed Kudus as a right winger and have somebody as a number 10? Now, the last time Jordan Ayew played as a number 10 for the Black Stars, he did exceptionally well for the team in the game versus Angola away, where we drew 1-1. When the changes came, we were actually trailing 1-0. Jordan Ayew helped us as playing as a number 10 to win the game, to draw the game 1-1. So why don't we have Jordan Ayew as the number 10 of the team? Have Kudus Mohammed as the right winger of the team, because he's shown at West Ham United, at Ajax, that playing as a right winger, he can actually do very well and add goals to our team, especially when our strikers are not scoring well. So why don't we have Mohammed Kudus as a right winger? Try him there. Let us see something, okay? And then have Jordan Ayew as the number 10, and then we set up our attack in a beautiful fashion. But the thing is that I don't think the coach will do that. I think the coach will still have Mohammed Kudus as the number 10 and push Jordan Ayew as a right winger, because he said in his recent interview that Kudus Mohammed can best play as a number 10. So obviously he's going to play Mohammed Kudus as a number 10. But this is something the coaches and the technical team should really think about, playing Mohammed Kudus as a right winger. Now, if you go to the forward line, Inaki Williams, he also gives us the best productivity playing as a right winger, okay? But I don't think the coaches will play him as a right winger. But of course, Kudus will also have, I'm saying they should play Kudus as a right winger, so they cannot play Inaki Williams also as a right winger. So Inaki Williams should be the main striker of the team. And then we have Joseph Pinsel or Osman Bukari, any of them, Joseph Pinsel or Osman Bukari as the left winger of the team. Osman Bukari brings a lot of goals to the Black Stars setup, goals and assists anytime he's playing for the Black Stars. Sometimes he does best of those things when he's coming from the bench, but then we should give him the confidence, the consistency to start for the Black Stars, and maybe he will be delivering for the senior national team, the Ghana Blasters. So Osman Bukari or Joseph Pinsel as a left winger, Jordan Ayew or Mohammed Kudus, however they think, should be the right winger, and Inaki Williams as the main number 9 of the team. So yes, the Black Stars coach should work hard to ensure that the Black Stars will qualify out of the group, will qualify to the round of 16, to the quarterfinals, and then we'll keep going and we'll see how things go. It is a very, very good team we have. Individually, we have the best of players. We have one of the best players on the continent. We just need our coaches, the Black Stars technical team, to do something, to do very well, and ensure that they put up or together a fantastic team to compete in the African Cup of Nations over there. Yes, so let me know your thoughts, comments, views, opinions about the strong starting 11 of the Black Stars that can possibly win us the African Cup of Nations. What do you think about that? Like this video, hit the notification bell and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have it. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much for staying.